It's just how our brain operates, baby. It is very similar to how a lot of people pray in a bad way. Hi, my name is Darren Gozali. I am the founder of Catholicer, and welcome to this podcast. Today, I will let you know which part of the Ouija board opens up to the realm of demons, and which parts are completely benign. My high school buddy grabbed a couple pieces of paper and doodled a couple of circles on it, then told a bunch of friends to hold an H1 pencil straight up. This was a long time ago, and the next thing you know, they started chanting some random words they couldn't even remember at the time and asked a dumb question collectively. And guess what? The pencil moved from one circle to another. Everyone was like, whoa! If you're a Christian like me, I'm a Catholic, you don't play around with this stuff, right? So we know that it is sinful to communicate with an ungodly spirit, but it also opens up a demonic influence. First question, is this item Ouija board demonic? No way! Like 99.99999% chance it's a big fat no. Unless there is some creepy demon lurking around in there, but it's more damaging to God's will if they stay in our mind rather than in some silly object. Why would they do that? The wood and paint are simply carbon materials that they use to fulfill customer needs. The game might not have a good intent, but labeling physical board as demonic is just like Japanese people calling trees in a shrine mystical. I've nothing against Japanese. I love Japanese people, Japanese culture, but that part is not good. Likewise, let's not follow the same pattern. By calling anything good evil, we prevent others from using the good things for God. Okay? So, question number 2. Does some kind of supernatural force guide the player's hand? Well, no way, man. This is called an ideomotoric effect. Psychologists call it. Real evil spirit often messes with our will from the back of our brain over here, like in midbrain back part. They can't really just take over our bodies or control our movement at will. So why do our hands move, if you ask? It's just how our brain operates, baby. Just picture where it's gonna go and decide to let something else guide your hand. That's all. Every day, we effortlessly stroll down the right aisle of the grocery store without thinking. We also drive to the right destination while lost in our thought while driving. And they are the same phenomena in a micro level, though. So make sure you hit the subscribe button, folks, so you can get all the juicy details about the fruit of contemplation. But now, for the sake of it, why don't we do some demonstration? First, with some adorable teddy bear, and then second, with Jesus. So, none of you would be afraid that I'm going to do Ouija board. No, I'm not going to do it. Don't worry. So, let's do this. I have nothing here. This is just my hand. And I just imagine there's a circle here, there's a circle here, and there's a circle here. Alright? A, B, C. Now, I imagine, and in my mind, I need to choose A, B, or C. And let's say I would choose C. Alright? So over here. So I need to imagine that is the destination, and I will let an outside force control my hand. Don't worry, this outside force is a stupid, cute little teddy bear. Alright? That is very cute. It's nothing, there is no spirit here. I totally made it up just for the sake of explanation, and there's nothing spiritual involved here. I promise. So, I will focus on that destination, and I will raise my hand here, and I will let this hand be moved by that cute teddy bear to the destination. Alright? And I need to say it in my heart, not out loud like this. So bear with me and just watch what's happening with the hand. Woohoo! Did any spirit move my hand? No way! Alright, this is ideomotoric movement. And if I choose A, we'll go there. If I choose B, we'll go there. And this is the same thing that mentalists do with pendulum. If you hold a pendulum and you look downwards and see that it will be moving as time goes. And it is the same thing how mentalists try to hypnotize themselves on the hand and try to rotate or roll over keys, let's say, on the hand, or anything, any object. It is very, very similar as well to the mechanism where autoimmune also creates some annoying rashes, let's say, inside of our mind, or in a lot of little things in our life. This is just a stupid way to use our brain by moving it to a useless destination. That's all. So let me now demonstrate same thing but with Jesus. Okay, let's say I want to ask Jesus if I should give donation to this organization, or I would need to buy food for the homeless, or I should pray in front of the adoration chapel. And I will choose, let's see, no, at this time I would not choose, okay? And I will ask Jesus to move my hand where he wants me to go. Alright, so seems like the second one. You know what? Did Jesus really say that? No. And this is the thing. When you're not thinking, but then you are pretty much in a mind state where you're open to something else, you don't even actually think about anything. But underneath your unconscious, there's some memories that are controlling you, and there are some memories probably in the past or whatever you remember or you're focusing in the last few hours that were actually kind of resurfacing, and it will try to fight with one another, and eventually it will pick something that your brain actually like. All right, if it doesn't like it, it will not choose it. And at that time, well, I imagine Jesus was I didn't imagine where he moved it, but then because I unconsciously chose this option, Jesus moved it there. This is the same thing if you read the story of Saint Francis and the gang, in the early phase of the congregation, that they open Bible randomly and choose whatever God wants them to do. Well, in the end of the day, they were trying to attribute randomness to God. Of course, the church doesn't really suggest that we do this. You might see that all these things are new, but it is not new, and scientists have known this for hundreds of years, and mentalists do not want to tell you how things work because this is how they entertain their audience. Next question, how could it form a word? It simply reflects one of the 1,000 words that you are just swimming inside of one of the players unconscious at that very moment. But when you're playing it with other people, the person who leads tends to have their feeling or mental image, copied by the rest of the players on the prefrontal cortex. Yes, this is how the brain works. If the players are not in sync in the state of brain that they should be in order to have a collective mind, they will often conflict with one another. And either having one player gave up too soon, so just let their hand move anywhere else, they don't even want to think something is moving their hand anymore, or it results in the random letters. And you see this a lot. Not every time people play Ouija board, they got a real word. So it is the same mechanic again, just like any kind of mentalist stage entertainment. And this is 100% natural. This is how our brain is designed to do. I need to emphasize that. So, if this is how our brain works, so what is so demonic about it then? Well, when I pick up an imaginary teddy bear in the beginning, hopefully you were not afraid when you saw that. When I asked Jesus to move my hand as an outside force, it is very similar to how a lot of people pray in a bad way, all right? And it is not really him who is answering it. Our brain has this mechanism to automatically pick and choose and move things, and it's not God at all. Although I wouldn't close the door if he really does that, but I would say like majority of the occasions he's not involved, and he didn't actually like it if we do it. But when you summon a ghost or a spirit to control you, to control your hand, this is the mental state that create problems. All right, it welcomes their influence, and you are in the stage that you're totally open for anything, especially around the wheel area, for part of the brain that whoever comes and control me, and you don't want that, of course. Why, if you don't let other people control you, like why would you let a random spirit control you? Will a spirit truly manifest if you invite them? They might, but the chance is quite slim, and there is a whole different game at play in the spiritual world. You can't just summon an angel or even a devil and expect them to manifest. They are not pets. You can tell where to go, just if you have dogs. They have got their own work and hierarchy, my friend. So, through the centuries, some Christians tend to overgeneralize and overcategorize vague labels they don't understand or as demonic or new age to just protect everyone around them or themselves. From acupuncture in the earlier in the century, and medicine, physics, you remember some of the case, evolution, and magic tricks. It is always a generic label without any specific. And this is not good. And this is why I want to create this video. Because any woodwork that is simply a wooden object is not bad in itself. Alright, remember, St. Paul said he would eat food for offering because that food is not evil, is nothing. But the other people thought it was an offering to a different God. But anyway, we should not overreact and label benign thing evil just because they are used for bad intent. However, now that you know and you understand hopefully the trick, how the hand can move, why don't you make a holier game that is more fun and make it more mainstream if you have some money to invest? Hey, let's not go around giving credit to spirits for things that are just natural, okay? People attribute rain to some, shaman spirit, and then this tree to another tree spirit. This is the same thing. We should not attribute wood to another spirit or, painting, whatever that is, okay? And it's not cool, and human deserves better, and God would love us to use whatever he has created for him and for the salvation of other people. We can benefit a lot by knowing how our brain works, and don't let bad actors demonize anything that we don't understand about our brain. So hopefully this video will help you to look for the specific and don't stay in the generalization, even though a lot of people in the faith might try to protect you in their good intent, but let's serve God without fear and try to look for what is wrong in the very very detailed manner, and it will help us a lot in our effort to evangelize and also in our journey with God. Remember to hit the like button, by the way, if you like the video, and share the video to whoever you wish. Drop a comment below if you have any question. Anyway, thank you so much.